Richardson, and welcome to another stream of CosmoQuest Astro 101. Um, Today's going to be a little bit different, guys. For those of you who are currently here, give me a quick moment to quickly make sure that everything is good on the Twitch side of things. That is, make sure I'm actually streaming live. Um, so just give me a quick moment to verify that. And once I've verified and had the chance to go ahead and pop out the chat, we'll go ahead and get this show on the road. Let's see. It's not showing. Let's see. Go to CosmoQuest. All right. So while I'm doing this, though, at the very least, I can kind of somewhat explain what the plan for today is. So today is going to actually be a special edition of Astro 101. There I am. I am streaming live. So my plan for today is to primarily focus on research. So today is Astro 101, the research special edition. Give me a second. I'm still trying to see if I can gain access to the chat. Let's refresh the page. Although it is currently showing that there's no one here right now, so I might be good for now. Or in the event, but in the event someone does come, or if there are people here, I need to be able to use the chat. All right, let's do this. Let's just go ahead and quit Chrome altogether. Chrome's gone. Good. And now go back in and boot Chrome back up. Navigate back to Twitch. Good, it's already in the history, which makes things a lot faster. And finally, navigate back to CosmoQuest X. And I now have the option of popping out the chat. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and do that. With that done, I can go ahead and continue with today's stream. So, the plan. Let's see if there's anyone here. Hello, Decaf Smurf. Hello, Larry. Hello, Michael. Hello, RP Schwartz. Hello, Trekker Kev. And hello, Wilburster. Wow, I'm having some difficulty saying those names there. So the effects that you might be seeing with the stream right now are more than likely an issue between this program I'm using called JMars and the OBS software. If you're seeing glitches, that is. Yeah, I've been seeing the glitches, and I tried my best to kind of figure out why there's glitches, and I couldn't figure it out in time. So I apologize for the glitches, if you're seeing them, that is. But yeah, so to kind of explain what's going on today. So I have a bunch of images of the lunar surface, about 26 of them. And the images, of course, are imaging physical areas on the lunar surface. Therefore, there should be some latitude and longitude information that's associated with each image. Well, I need to be able to determine how individual images are located relative to each other using the it looked like the sky. Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. This is actually an image that's already uploaded on the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter server, and it's being imported by this JMars application. So I'm trying to remember what JMars stands for. You'd have to look it up online. But basically, it's an analysis tool that allows you, well, in this case, what I'm going to be using it for, it's going to allow me to verify if I've correctly identified the latitude and longitude coordinates of the images I have access to. Where these images, of course, are images of the lunar surface. And so, one of the things that JMARS allows you to do is to, and I'll just quickly go ahead and access JMARS right now. One thing, if I zoom out, so I'm going to go ahead and just zoom out a little bit here. And wait for it. So if you see the yellow in that first tab there, LROC stamps, basically the yellow means that it's still working to load up the image. Red means that as far as I can tell, it's still working to do something. But if you see red and yellow are almost kind of synonymous with one another. I think red is like a much worse state, saying that nothing's happening at this very moment. But if you see yellow, it typically means that it's working. All right, so right now I have JMAR set to a particular planetary body. In this case, it's the moon. It's actually like several. I think you have several bodies you can select from. You can select from the dwarf planet series. Of course, you can select from Earth, Mars, Mercury, Pluto, Venus, and a bunch of other astronomical objects within our solar system. But right now, I have it set to the moon or Luna. And one of the key things I like about JMARS is that it has global maps. So if I go ahead and do this, you can kind of see a more global map of or a portion of that global map in the background here, and I can of course change its transparency. But for right now, I don't really need to be concerned with the global map. I need to be concerned with the more high resolution images that are offered on the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter's image archive that's online. And so what I can do is I can actually upload those high resolution images. And so I've uploaded one of them. It shows up here as a Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter camera stamp. And in particular, this is an image that comes from the narrow angle camera system aboard the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. So this is one of the images from that particular system, and of course I can change its transparency too. And so what I want to do is I want to use this this high resolution image that already has the latitude and longitude information associated with it. If I run my cursor over the image, in the bottom left hand corner of the screen, you'll see in the JMARS application some numbers down here. And these numbers indicate the latitude and longitude coordinate at which the cursor is at. And so I can use all of this information to help me determine, well, for the images I have, what the latitude and longitude coordinates of the corners are within the image. So let's make sure that I'm... What's up, Guido? Yeah, so you can... So thank you, Larry. So yeah, guys, if you get the chance, definitely check out CosmoQuest's mapping projects. At the moment, there's four. Well, there's technically five of them, but as far as bodies that are not the Earth, there's Mercury Mapper, as Larry has put there. There's the Moon Mapper. I'm kind of working on the data with the Moon Mapper project. So quick question: is imaging it scan to the left or right as it orbit? I think the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter has a near polar orbit as it's imaging. So, or is that right? I'd have to look that up really quickly. But I think its orbit is supposed to be near polar. At the current moment, that is, it's near polar. In the past, though, I think it may have had different orbits. And so yeah. So what I want to do is I want to be able to determine if the images I currently have now if my estimates of the latitude and longitude of the corners are correct. So I've already uploaded one of the images I have. So I'm going to go ahead and upload it now. So I go to add new layer. I keep it, or I can go to extra. I can go to custom because I've already uploaded this image. And the image that I want to upload is the one that's entitled M109215691RE. Now, if you notice, there's also an image right above it that has an LE nearing the end of the file name. And the reason why there's this LE in this RE image is because the NAC camera system aboard the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, where NAC stands for Narrow Angle Camera, the Narrow Angle Camera system is actually composed of two cameras. The left camera and the right camera. And so right now I'm going to upload the image from the right camera of the NAC system, or at least one of those images. And so it'll upload, and now you'll see it'll pop up. So I'm going to close this, and I can zoom in on that one image. And so this is the full image this is one of the full images that we're using for the Moon Mappers project. And so I've uploaded this image, and as you can see, I've had to define what the latitude and longitude coordinates of the corner are. But because of the projection that this image is currently in, I think all of our images are in a Mercator projection. Because of the projection that this image is in, I have to project it to a different projection to test to make sure that the estimates I've made for the corner are correct. At the current moment, the way in which the JMARS software works is that even if you define the corner coordinates correctly, if the bounding region that you've defined is not perfectly rectangular, JMARS will force your coordinates to become rectangular and will plot that. And so and that's exactly what it's done here. And so the issue is that you'll notice though, as I kind of remove the this overlapping image, you probably can't see it that well right now, but if I were to zoom in, actually, that's probably what I should do right now. Let's zoom in on a region here. This might be a little bit better. If I zoom in, you can now kind of begin to see, especially if you're looking kind of at this lower portion of the image, kind of close to the middle, where you kind of get this change in topography on the lunar surface. You can kind of see that there's a jump between the background stamp I've uploaded, which is correct. All the latitude and longitude information for that is correct. And when I bring the image I've uploaded into view, you can see there's a difference. Now, I've already taken this image and I've done the projection into a different projection using this software package called GDAL. I'm still learning a lot of this stuff, actually, be very honest. But I just started playing around with this in particular, doing it like this, like about a week and a half ago. And so I'm going to go ahead and upload that image, and I've just named it temp.tiff. I'll upload it. I'll close this, and now it's uploaded as well. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it completely though, so you can kind of see the difference. So this is the original unprojected image. You can kind of see how it changes relative to the true background image. And so now I'm going to go ahead and show the projected one with that kind of more accurately shows the coordinates that I've used to define for the corners. And it too is still off. But at the very least, I can now go ahead and start playing around with the coordinates and projecting it essentially to this temp.tiff file, and then seeing exactly if it begins to line up. Now, the moment it lines up, then I know I got the corner coordinates correct. or the moment it gets close enough to lining up, I know I have the corner coordinates correct. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, and like I said, I have 26 of these images, and this is the second image out of the 26. So this is gonna be, it's tedious work, but it's definitely rewarding when you know that. And yeah, the reason why I'm doing this, that's also a very important thing. Of course, I'm writing a paper, and this is all associated with my incidence angle analysis. We're really heavy in the process of writing the paper, and I need to be able to state with some sort of like confidence that the coordinates that I've defined for these images are accurate. Um, and so I'm doing this to be able to, state like I know for certain that the coordinates are accurate, and that all the images I'm saying are overlapping are truly overlapping where they should be, and yeah. Because if someone goes to reproduce our results, I mean, if someone chose to do so, or even just use our method, I want to make sure that it's very clear what would happen and how you should go about doing it. All right, so I'm gonna take a quick moment to look at comments because I know I've missed some comments here. Thank you, C Def. And so yeah, let me go ahead and do this. So I've already got my terminal up and going. Gonna bring it to view now. Now I know it takes up some of the screen, but hey, I've tried my best to kind of modify this to have it work out. And again, I'm doing this is a special edition of Astro 101. Typically, we talk about topics in astronomy, but today I need to get this work done, or at the very least, I really want to get it done. All right, so I'm using GDAL, and what I'm showing right now on the screen is not GDAL. It's actually a portion or a tab in my terminal that's actually showing information within our MySQL database. I don't want to show this. Huh, that's interesting. What is this? That's interesting. For some good reason, on the screen within OBS, it's not showing me changing tabs. All right, so we can probably fix this really quickly. So let's just do this. Let's go ahead and open this up. For a brief moment, I'm just going to change it to that, and I'm going to change it back to the terminal. And let's see if that fixes the problem. Really, it's not fixing the problem. Okay, so for some good reason, it's kind of stuck here. All right. Here is another fix. We're going to just get rid of this source altogether. I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to reload it and see if that fixes it. So window capture. I apologize for this technical difficulty here. Let's go ahead and get it corrected though. All right. Oh, nope, don't do that. So, and maybe this actually has something to do with me downloading. So like half an hour before the stream, I downloaded supposedly a new updated version of OBS, and I'm starting to really see that this updated version is like giving. I think it's because of the updated version. It's giving me some problems here. All right, let's bring me back into view. And now let's see if this works. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Seriously? Oh, wait. I think it did it. It worked there. Okay. So it's working, but I think it's just running really slow. It's lagging. Or it's not working completely. All right, that's cool. Whatever. I need this tab anyway. This is the one I'm going to be working with. So Within this tab, I'm actually within my image directory here. So you can see all the images I have. I think there should be roughly about 26 images in here. And so far, I've already completed that. I've completed that image, and we're currently working on this image. And so what I want to do is first invoke one of GDAL's commands called GDAL translate. And basically what I'm using it for, what it's allowing me to do, is to define what the corner coordinates should be. So I already have GDAL translate up. The key thing is this. I'm basically not converting, but I'm identifying the corner coordinates, which in this case, we input into GDAL using one of its subcommands, GCP, one of its options called GCP, which corresponds to ground control point. These first two values for this particular ground control point corresponds to the pixel coordinate. In this case, I'm starting with the pixel coordinate 0, 0, which corresponds to the upper left-hand corner of the image. And I'm redefining it, or I'm defining it in the coordinate system that's of interest to me, which is in this case longitude, latitude. And this is the estimate that I have right now for the upper left-hand corner of the image you're seeing in the background here, in units of longitude and latitude. So that's good. But now, and I think I've already made this correction, it's important that I make sure that I know what the pixel dimensions of the image are, because if you have the pixel dimensions wrong, then it's going to throw off the your definitions. And you know what? I just know I just keep talking here and I'm not looking at comments, so I got to take a quick moment to look at comments. So yeah. No problem. I don't even know if I have an actual if I have a command for myself. um it gets pretty pixely when you zoom in. I apologize. Hey Tom. Yeah, there's a lot of good science streams out there. I was actually just looking at the Slack channels, one of the more recent streams, the Astronomy Daily live broadcast that happened yesterday, where the presenter was doing taking some images, using his telescope to get some data, and I think he was streaming while his telescope was taking some calibration data. It's been a very, very long time since I've actually done stuff with telescopes. And the only thing I can kind of remember about the calibration data, I think, was like sky flats, dark bias images, um, to, of course, to make corrections to your to the actual observations you make. That, and also using IRAF to do the processing. All right, and data reduction. But I think everything's good here. I've already went ahead and I think verified for this particular image that the dimensions are correct. And I mean, it's as simple as just me basically looking at, well, I'm working on a Mac, basically just doing a right click on the image, and looking at, and using the get info command to look at the pixel dimensions. Huh. Okay, my pixel dimensions are actually off. 1556 should be the X dimension. All right, I can make that correction. Have to make it here. I would have to make it here again. So I've chosen to define my corner coordinates in a clockwise motion, starting at the upper left-hand corner and ending at the lower left-hand corner. 1556. And I think that the 2864 is still good. All right. So everything else should be good to go. So with this, I'll go ahead and I'll press enter. And so, right, perfect. So really what's happened is it's taken this image, this JPEG image, and it's produced a TIFF image. Now the TIFF image it's produced is going to have it's going to look exactly the same. No different. The only difference now is that the TIFF image has header information that has header information that identifies what the corner coordinates should be in the coordinate system that I want. And I can quickly show you this by doing a GDAL info. And in this case, I'll just go ahead and just run it with M109 R TIFF. I run that command and it starts to give me the header information. Right now it has these are the current corner coordinates, but with the GCPs or the ground control points, it lets me know how the corner coordinates relate to the coordinate system that I want them in. So once I've done that, like I said, nothing's actually happened to the image. It's just allowing me to define what the coordinates should be. Now I use a change. Let me go back actually. I want to change the coordinates because these current coordinates are what's currently defining the image I have currently uploaded in JMARS. Oh, that sounds pretty cool, C-Death. I personally would have no idea how to do it, but I'm pretty sure there are definitely a few others that could help you with something like that. Yeah, C-Death, if you have, I don't know if you have access to the weekly Space Hangout Cruise Slack. Um, there are plenty of members that are currently here that could help you with becoming a member, I think. Um, Nevertheless, when you can mix some science with some good fun, that's definitely cool. All right, so I actually want to change some of these corner coordinates that I've defined here. Um, Specifically, I think I want to change. Let me go back to JMARS and look at this really quickly. OBS. I'm just going to quickly drop my terminal. Get that out the way so you can see things a little bit better. And I'm seeing here that I think the left-hand side of the image is good, but the right-hand side of the image definitely needs to be moved. So what I'm going to do, let's go back to OBS and remember to bring up things, my terminal. I'm going to redefine the right-hand side of the image. Excuse me. Redefine the right-hand side of the image here. So this is in a clockwise motion around the image. So, and the right portion of the image is defined by one of this value in particular for the lower left-hand corner, lower right-hand corner. So let's see. How much should I push it out by? So I have to increase this value. Let's go ahead and increase it. And this is a good way for you to see exactly what's going to happen. Let's go ahead and increase it to. Let's go ahead and increase it to 7. 6.367. Or better yet, which of these corners can I use actually? So this actually requires me looking at the original image. Now, some of the stuff that I'm doing here you can't see, unfortunately. All right. So the upper right-hand corner should be what I'm using here to define the right edge. because it's the point that has actual physical data, and it's not just simply black pixels. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to move this. And let's actually like zoom in here. So I'm going to zoom into the upper right hand corner. Let's get rid of that terminal so you guys can better see what I'm doing here. All right. And you can even see that there's a displacement, right? Between the features. Huh. That's weird. Right. No, that's not weird. I'm trying to correct this. So I want to use the upper right hand corners feature. So it looks like it's along here. So as far as the latitude's concerned, it looks like it's correct. It's just the longitude that's off. So let's zoom in a little bit more right about here. Come on, JMars. Work with me. Everything loads. Everything loads slower. It's loading slower because I have a lot of apps open on my computer. Especially with OBS open, it's always going to give me some problems. Alright. And so I can go ahead and go to my selection tool. And I really want to be able to kind of get this coordinate here. That corresponds to 3.63660. What's the definition that I currently have? I need to remember that. 3.63660. 3.63660. And so now, 3.63660. Hopefully I don't forget that. Alright, let's go back here to the terminal. Oh, and my face is kind of in the way of everything right now. I apologize for that, guys. Video. Let's move me up here. It's a little bit better now. 3.33. Oh man. 3.63. Okay, go back. Just quickly get it again. 3.63660. All right. Wow. Quickly forgot that. All right. So I need to go to the upper right hand corner. And that's going to be GCP here. All right. So currently it's set to 3.63620. So I need to advance this out to 3.63660. And because I've moved the upper right hand corner by 0.0004 degrees, I should do the same thing to the lower right hand corner as well. So I'll go ahead and do that. So 3.63660. And so I've defined those that GCP for those two corners, or redefined it. Now I can go ahead and use GDAL Warp. Now what GDAL Warp does is it actually makes the projection. It does the projection for me. And essentially, in so many words, what it's going to simply do is way that along any given row, I will have constant latitude, and along any given column, I should have constant longitude. And this is all due to the type of projection I'm reprojecting to. I think this is good. Everything I have set up here. So I'm going to go ahead and press this button. Oh, wait. Is temp.tiff still there? Because if it is, it's going to not work. All right. It's not. So press enter. It creates a new image. which is the temp.tiff file. So now I can go ahead and go back. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get rid of this this current image I have for temp.tiff. So just go ahead and delete. And again, in OBS, I probably can go ahead and get rid of my terminal. I know I'm gonna have problems like going back and like getting rid of the terminal because it's not gonna be needed for some of this stuff. So go here, delete it. It gets rid of it. But now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna add now the new updated version of temp.tiff. So go back to home, or not search, but home. Go down to upload custom map. Now the good thing about the TIFF file is that it has all of the coordinate information within its header. So in this situation, all I would do is just simply upload the file. So temp.tiff, upload it. And in this situation, as far as the interspatial information is concerned, I would simply click that the spatial information is already contained within the header, or within the image in this case. Click upload. It already has a custom map, of course, and I'm just going to overwrite that custom map. Click yes. It's going to go ahead and do things for me. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take because of the fact that I have other apps running right now, especially with OBS running. But while it runs, I can take the chance to now look at comments. Yeah, I mean, JMars is very cool. It's free. That's one of the great things about it. As a so I don't want to get this information wrong. But another program out there that I think that definitely does what JMars does and then some is called ArcGIS. So JMars itself is a GIS system, where GIS stands for Geographic Information System. It allows you to do exactly what I'm doing right now. ArcGIS does as well, but I think it's like it has a lot more options. I think it costs money too, and it's not cheap, which is the reason why I'm opting to use JMars to do what I'm doing. But even though typically whenever you're doing research though, whoever you work for will pay for it. But all right, so thank you, Larry, for putting the numbers there. All right, so oh hey Susie, did I miss a comment by Susie? Oh man, guys, so I see that I've taken up some time here. So shortly after, not even shortly after, directly after I'm done with my stream, I'm not too sure. I think it's either Pamela or Dr. Pamela Gay or Dr. Andreas Plazas will be on to give the daily space stream. And that will begin in roughly about 6 minutes. So let me quickly I am so sorry, Larry, that Twitch is giving some problems here. Is anyone else having issues with the stream? Okay. Let me look at my connection. My connection looks good. So maybe it is just Twitch. But let me quickly do this as well, though. I want to, so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, it's uploaded the new file, the new temp.tiff file, and we should be able to see. Well, it's still fairly far off. Huh. Let's see what's going on here. It's really far off. I mean, I expected it's kind of be like spot on after making that correction. Okay. Let's see what's going on. So what I can do, So GDAL info, and I'm going to look at the temp.tiff file. Accurate rectangular. That looks normal. Let's see when it was created. 1250. That looks about right. I mean, I just made the file, so. Let's redo this. So remove -rf. Not just simply the temp file, but all tiff files that I've created in this directory. Okay, it's going. Just bring this back up. All right, I'm going to see if I do something really crazy, if the changes will then be seen. So let's just go ahead and make this entire thing into 6.3700. Because I wasn't expecting that. It didn't look like it did anything at all. Oh wait, that's not what I want. Cancel. Let's go ahead and let's run it with these coordinates. Okay. Let's do GDAL warp. That looks right. Okay, it did that. Now let's go ahead and go back to JMars. I'm going to minimize that. Oops, nope. I don't want to do that. I want to do that. There we go. Let's go back to JMars. 2 minutes left. I'm about to get off, guys. That way Pamela or Andreas can take over the stream. Let's get rid of this. Whoop, that was the wrong thing. Keep that. Get rid of that. Add new layer. Upload custom map. Quickly browse. Temp. It contains the information already. Upload it. Overwrite. Yes. Look at comments. So I haven't had the chance to actually look at some of the other maps that are available for the other planetary bodies just quite yet. I am so sorry, guys, that I don't think it's. Let's see. I mean, my settings are the same. The only difference that I actually really have right now is the fact that I did the upgrade. And maybe it was the upgrade that I did is messed up the settings. Now I'm kind of wishing I didn't do the upgrade. But I will get to the bottom of this and figure out what's going on here. Or then again, it could just be simply that I'm using JMars, but I don't see any reason why that would be a major issue. Okay. The file's back. What is going on? Did it make any... It didn't make any change whatsoever. Alright, something else is going on here. Yeah, I'm not really seeing. Let's see. GDAL info temp. Or better yet, let's do this. This will give me a better idea of what's going on with the coordinates. And so the way in which, all right, guys, I'm seeing it's 1 o'clock now. I do not want to take up too much more time because I know that daily space is about to come on. So I will see you guys again on Friday. I really had fun showing you guys this part of my research. And you guys have a good time. And of course, stick around for daily space. All right, guys. Bye.